Good morning and welcome to 1-6, which is sequences and patterns. We're going to be talking about an arithmetic sequence mainly, but then we're also going to do some other sequences as well. Now, the key to finding the missing terms in a sequence, which are these terms right here that are missing, is that you need to find the pattern within the sequence. You need to find what these numbers have in common. Okay? So, looking at 3, 15, 27, 39, notice that they're always increasing. Okay? So you know that you're either adding or multiplying. Well, since we're talking about an arithmetic sequence, we're going to be talking about arithmetic. Okay? So, since it's increasing, we need to find the difference between each of the numbers and make sure that the pattern is the same. So 15 minus 3 is 12. So we're adding 12 from the first term to the second term to get the second term. So if you add 3 plus 12, that's going to give you 15. Well, let's see if it's the same for the next term. For the second term, you add 12. 15 plus 12 is going to give you 27. All right? Then for the third term, 27 plus 12 is going to give me 39. So we have the same increase from the first term to the second term to the third to the fourth. All right? The first term, the value of that is 3. For the second term, the value of that is 15. For the third term, the value of that is 27. For the fourth term, the value of that is 39. So now we need to find the fifth term's value. Well, to be able to find that, you take the previous term, the fourth one, 39, plus 12, and that is going to give you 51. So now that we found the fifth term's value, we need to find the sixth term's value. So we're going to take the fifth term, 51, plus 12. That is going to give us 63. So now we found the fifth term's value and the sixth term's value. We found the answer that we were looking for, which was the missing values. So on the second one, we're doing the same exact thing. The only difference is now we're going to use a table. So now we're going to use a sequence table. The position, which is what term number it is. So the first term is 12, second term is 21, third term is 30, fourth term is 39. Okay? And all we did was take these terms that were up here and put them in a table. So to find the distance or the difference between the first and the second term, I take the second term, 21, minus 12, and I find out that it's 9. So let's see if that's true for the second and the third term. 21 plus 9 does give me 30. Let's see if it's the same for the third and the fourth term. 30 plus 9 does give me 39. So now I need to see if it works for the fifth, or what the fifth and the sixth term values are. So remember that this is the term, fifth term, this is the value. So 39 plus 9 gives me 48. 48, so now that I have the fifth term's value, 48, I need to find the sixth term's value. So I take 48 plus 9, which gives me 57. So that is the answer. That's the term's value. Okay, the fifth and sixth term, which was what we were looking for. Now, there are other types of sequences that you have out in the world, but we are not going to be learning all of them. We're just going to be calling them other sequences. But there are other sequences called geometric sequences. You have which are like multiplication sequences. You have ones that go up and down, which are things that we're going to be talking about here. All right. So looking at these other sequences. Looking at these other sequences, notice that this one goes up, then down, up, then down, up, then down, which means that this one's probably going to go up, then go down. Okay? So that means that you're going to be adding and then subtracting, or adding then dividing, adding then, or multiplying then subtracting, or multiplying then dividing. So when it goes up, that means that you're either adding or multiplying because you're increasing. And when it goes down, that means that you're either subtracting or dividing. Okay? So looking at this one, we go up. Well, since 4 does not go into 15 evenly, therefore we're not multiplying. I can't take a number times 4 and get 15. So that means that I'm going to be adding. Well, what's the difference between 4 and 15? It's 11. So that means that I'm going 4 plus 11 to get 15. Now, since this is going down, that would mean I'm either subtracting or dividing. Well, 8 does not go into 15 evenly, so therefore I am not going to be dividing. So that means I'm subtracting. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So that means that I'm subtracting 7. So I'm adding 11, then subtracting 7. Well, let's see if that's the same for the next one. From 8, I would add 11 to get 19. Then from 19, I would subtract 7. 19 minus 7 is 12. Then I would add 11. 12 plus 11 is 23. 23 minus 7 is 16. So that means to get the next number in the sequence that I need to find, I would add 11. 16 plus 11 is 27. Then I would subtract 7. 27 minus 7 is 20. So those are my two missing values. On number 4, notice that the missing terms are in the middle of my sequence. That's okay. I still do it the same way. So if I put them into a table, the first term is 1, the second term is 6, third is 2, the fourth term is 12, the fifth term I don't know, the sixth term is 24, the seventh term is 8, eighth term I don't know, ninth term is 16. All that we did was take this and put it into a table. So now that I've done that, notice that it increases, then decreases, increases, then probably decreases, then probably increases, then decreases, probably increases, then probably decreases. So we start out 1. So 1 can be, something can be multiplied to give me 6, and I can add something. So we're going to start out by adding. If I add 5 to 1, I get 6. Then let's try subtraction. If I subtract 4, I'm going to get 2. So then once again, I would need to add 5. Well, if I add 5 to 2, that does not give me 12. So that does not work. Adding 5 then subtracting 4 does not work. So let's try multiplying and then subtracting. If I multiply by 6, I get 6. Then if I subtract 4, I do get 2. If I multiply by 6, I do get 12. Then if I subtract 4, I get 8. But then if I multiply by 6, if I multiply 8 by 6, I do not get 24. So that one does not work. Multiplying by 6 and then subtracting 4. I was close. But once I got to the fifth term in the sequence, the pattern was not right. So let's try multiplying by 6, then dividing by 3. Because if I multiply 1 by 6, I do get 6. Then if I divide 6 by 3, I do get 2. Multiply by 6, I do get 12. Divide by 3, I get 4. Multiply by 6, I do get 24, so I'm getting further. Divide by 3, I do get 8. Multiply by 6, I do get 48. Then if I divide by 3, I do get 16. So multiplying by 6, then dividing by 3 gives me the correct pattern and gives me my missing values. So make sure that you are looking at whether it's increasing only, increasing and decreasing, or if it's just decreasing, because that'll let you know whether you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing.